All right.
All right.
One more again. W, baby.
We just got a sponsorship or an affiliate agreement with Dubby, and they're doing a lot of them right now. I've seen a lot of affiliate agreements out there, but we're excited because we make money on it if you buy it. If you don't, haven't seen the commercial, the code is We Feed Them, and the website is Dubby DUBBY.GG. It's just a powdered energy drink, and you get these tumblers. They got a bunch of cool shit. The flavors are pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah,
You'll see an ad later. That's where we're at. It's cool.
I
like
genuinely think it's a good alternative to energy drinks. So
Yeah.
like, I'm actually pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, like having, I don't know, the shaker is just like something to be excited about, I guess.
Yeah, it's a cool logo.
I drank it today, got turned the fuck up. I drank it this morning instead of coffee, and I was texting you. I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that because I don't know. I was good. I was really feeling it. I felt like I had a little bit too much to drink, or a little too much caffeine, and whatever the hell's in there energizing people.
Yeah, Sean does not do caffeine that much.
No, dude, I've been a lot more since my daughter's been born, but I like drinking a full portion of that with an empty stomach in the morning kind of got me to that, like,
Oh, man.
oh, I'm a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I had a little bit more later at work, and it was good. Check it out, Dubby.
Yeah.
All right, what we got?
All right. Well, welcome to We Feed Them, the
Welcome to We
podcast where about.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Sean Collins.
I'm Stephen Barry.
This is We Feed Them, a podcast about the people and the stories that shape the food industry.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got some exciting stuff on the docket today. We're going to be, our highlight feature is going to be this new segment. I'm trying to think of a name for it, but just like great food people of history, you know?
Great food people of history.
Yeah. And we're going to have the inaugural segment today. It's going to be about Colonel Sanders.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, before we get to that, how was your week?
Good. Man, we have been, I'm like starting to figure something out with online sales for the restaurant.
Really?
Like food online sales and deliveries and pickups. I have been, what's the word? Exhausting myself at trying to grow this category of sales in this restaurant. Because it's a small restaurant, that's how it started. It's small, our kitchen can handle more. We can, like our storage can handle more, but at a certain point when it's busy, there's just no more seats. And so I've been like, if we can't get more tables in here, then we just need to sell people at their house. We need to get food out of the restaurant to people at home. So I've exhausted that, I don't know, I've exhausted myself trying to grow that category and carry out and specifically online sales, because I think people shop online a little better. Like they add more upsells without the server, and it also doesn't tie somebody up on the phone during a busy service.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to hit some strides. We've doubled that category over year, and that's really not enough. I feel like we can. This seems crazy, but I think that we can like sextuple it. There's no reason why we can't. We live in a huge city,
Right.
and we compete against chains who feel comfortable coming to town and spending millions of investments just to have access to the same customer base that we have access to. So I feel like the sky is the limit, and it's just me against like all these chains. So that's how the week's been. The weekend was, we had one of those days where I was like, okay, we hit a little something again. So the Super Bowl, we record a little bit off time. So the Super Bowl just happened. This is probably 2 weeks after the Super Bowl that you're hearing this, but on Super Bowl Sunday, we ran a wing special that it just fucking like blew the doors off. And we had 86 wings before the Super Bowl even started.
Oh,
And
shit.
it was all carry out. So it was really cool. And through our website, and our website has, you get people through the website and they realize like, oh, it's easy to order through their website, and it was delivered to my door, the pickup was easy, and you get rewards points. I mean, there's a lot of layers to this shit. We could probably make a whole episode on it, because I feel like I've just spent a lot of time with it. But that's how my week That's how my week was. That's just what's on my mind. I'm like, okay, cool. Another big step towards that
Yeah,
goal.
sounds like things are going well, man. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
I had the Super Bowl off, which was crazy for me because I work almost every Sunday. The place that I work is big on breakfast, and we're right next to, oh, I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to give away too much, but
Yo, mom's house.
yeah, we're right next to your mom's house, and that bitch can eat. No, no, there's just a lot of things that bring a lot of people in on Sundays. So it seems like just a guarantee, like I'm gonna have to work every Sunday,
Yeah.
and I have every Sunday since I've started there, nearly a year ago at this point, and this is the first one that I had off, and what's going on out there?
Another streetwalker.
Hobos. But yeah, it was cool.
She's getting in a very nice car, actually.
But yeah, it was cool having a Sunday off, but it was also, it felt kind of weird, you know? Like it almost
Why
felt like
did you
I
get it
lost
off?
my job or something.
Do you know why? Was it just a
Well,
coincidence?
it was because we closed early because of the Super Bowl, and the night of the Super Bowl they found is like the slowest night of the year. So they closed early, and the other managers that we have there just don't give a shit about football. Neither of them could give two squirts of piss about any
2 squirts of piss.
It was all right, but you know, the game was, I didn't really give a shit about the teams.
He fell asleep, dude, because we
I
were
did,
texting. And
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, well, he's really into this game. And then later you're like, oh, I passed out. What happened?
Yeah, I don't drink too much anymore. I feel like I say that a lot here. Like I'm trying to fucking justify or
Convince somebody.
yeah, convince somebody. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I'm such so like I can't pull my words together today. Anyway,
Because you need a drink, bro.
there we go. Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
because I haven't smoked weed all day. That's what it is. No, anyway, yeah. Regardless, I was like, "Fuck it, man! It's the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have some beer." And I had 3 beers, and I passed out in the third quarter.
What are you drinking? Like a domestic? Or?
It was a Sam Adams Winter Lager, so it was like 5% beers.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything heavy.
You just got full. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm tired.
yeah. I just did some old man shit, passed out on the couch, and every once in a while I'd wake up, glance at the TV, and the Patriots would like throw an interception or something. I'd be like, all's right in the world, and I roll back over, fall asleep, and
Steve's a Colts fan, so he doesn't like the Patriots.
yeah, I don't. Who the fuck likes the Patriots, man? No offense if you like the Patriots,
Who the fuck are you? What are you doing?
but fuck you. No.
We found out most of our fan base is in, what is it, Foxborough? Is that where they are?
That's. I think Foxborough. I could be mistaken, but I think.
That's where they play.
But I think Foxborough is just like a small area that they designated just for Gillette Stadium or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know. But
It's like Green Bay, Wisconsin, isn't it? Green Bay, just a place where there's a stadium.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's something like that.
I don't know. I'm a Bears fan, so Green Bay can rot in hell. Sorry.
Right.
If you're a Green Bay fan, stop listening. I'm willing to take that. I hope you're okay with that because I'm willing to take that. No, tell me why in the comments you think that Green Bay is better because they're not.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, I grew up hating the Patriots, but at this point, it's kind of like whatever. I just hated them because I hate anything that is just constantly, you know, like I hated the Warriors when they were winning every year. You know, it's like just stop fucking winning all the time. Like give somebody else a fucking chance, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, I stumbled upon this YouTube video last night, and it's a relatively recent video, and I wanted to kind of shout it out. It's from a channel called More Perfect Union.
I know this channel.
Yeah, it's a good channel, right? And the video in question is called "We Uncovered the Scheme Keeping Grocery Prices High."
I think I've seen this.
Have you?
I think.
Okay, so I'll just describe it for the podcast anyway. So there was a lawsuit filed by the Federal Trade Commission a few years back that alleged a conspiracy involving Pepsi, and when it was released to the public, it was like heavily redacted. You couldn't tell anything about what was being said in it. And then once Trump got in office, he dropped the case for the judge to rule whether or not to unredact the documents, like the day before it was supposed to be settled upon.
What was it? It was a lawsuit for what?
So the lawsuit alleged basically that Pepsi was in cahoots with Walmart, that's kind of what I'm getting to, they were price gouging essentially,
Oh.
and still are, because it was ruled in favor of Pepsi that, they basically found that it was bullshit, but it's not. It's real and it's going on, and it's basically, I wouldn't say that it's caused inflation, but it sure as hell has worsened it. So what they discovered was that over the last 10 years, Pepsi has monitored the retail sales of its products in all stores, and I assume this also goes for Frito-Lay as well, because it's like the same umbrella as PepsiCo.
I think Pepsi is the largest like food umbrella corporation in the world or something. Like there's a lot. You hear Pepsi, you're thinking soft drink. Pepsi is so far beyond soft drink. Pepsi is like, you probably have a majority, there's probably like a large percentage of items in your kitchen that they're prepackaged that Pepsi has their hands in, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a huge conglomerate, and it expands. I don't know why I'm so fucking bad with words today. But anyways, it goes way further than soft drinks,
Yeah.
But yeah, they monitored the retail sales of their products in all stores to ensure that there was a large enough price gap between Walmart. Obviously, Walmart, they wanted to have the lowest price, and its competitors. And if any company encroached on that price gap, they would take necessary actions against them. So, for example, Food Lion, which is a large retail chain in the Southeast, kind of like Kroger around here.
Oh, okay.
They were found to be selling Pepsi products below Walmart's price, and what Pepsi did was they jacked up their wholesale cost, and then they also significantly cut their promotional budget, which allows them to, give deals on Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously this is causing prices everywhere to inflate except for Walmart. Kind of pigeonholing everybody.
This was like with multiple products.
Well, I mean, it was for any Pepsi brand product, but I mean, there's kind of an implication there that if this is known to be happening with Pepsi, I mean, they proved that this was happening and they basically wrote it off. But if this is known to be happening with Pepsi, like, it's got to be happening with, others.
Yeah. I'm like a little bit surprised, but also, I'm surprised because I never thought of it, I guess, but I'm not surprised that it's taking place because corporations have so much manipulative power, and not just in the U.S., like everywhere. But I used to sell for a corporation, and there was some. I really don't. It's gonna sound goofy, but I don't think I can talk about it because I had an NDA.
Right.
But
probably can't.
There was some price strategies that I thought were a bit questionable, and like I've heard studies like this that made me go, "Hey, that's interesting." I guess that's all I can say. But yeah, they're basically, so Pepsi's basically squashing the little guy and making sure that, because they've got, Walmart has done something to incentivize them to make sure that they are the primary low cost outlet for their product.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Walmart, I would assume, is their, like, the largest purchaser of their product,
Yeah.
just because the sheer volume of fucking Walmart,
Yeah.
So I mean, you kind of assume that they have kind of contracts to wash each other's hands or rub each other's backs, however you want to put it, jack each other off. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's so disappointing to hear that this is taking place and kind of screwing us over, because I personally, I mean, I would say the only way to combat this is to boycott Walmart. But even before I knew this, I've always hated going to Walmart. Like, the only time I'll ever go there is if I'm out of town and I need to pick up like toothpaste or some shit, But it's a bummer to fucking shop at. You walk in and there's a fucking 50-foot ceilings with the fluorescent lighting, and like,
I can understand that.
The racks are all in disarray, and you never know where the fuck anything's at, and
I go to I actually prefer at this point to go to Walmart, but I understand that, and I felt that way for a long time. The reason I prefer now is because I feel like the savings when you shop for a house full of people it's like kind of tough to find better prices because of some of this shit, I would imagine. But
Right, yeah.
I mean, I remember Serena and I went grocery shopping one time. I don't remember what happened, but she had a little extra money, and we were like, let's go get groceries. Because, like, sometimes we'll go every 2 days to go to the grocery store. What are we going to get for dinner? We don't have anything. And anyways, we went, and, man, we, like, loaded the cart up. And the cart, I mean, I'm talking, like, heaping full, and the bottom's full. Everything's full. It was, like, $300. And she was like, dang, dude, that's cheap. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot cheaper. We were both kind of like, did they forget to ring something up? Like, did we get nothing but junk food? But we're like, no, we got a bunch of chicken. We got a bunch of beef and pork chops. Well, I've gotten good at grocery shopping with a family. So I know what places have like better chicken or better egg prices. Like some of the stuff I've started to figure out. And I would say like the beef prices at Walmart are typically not better. And the pork chops are also not better. So those are bad examples. But like the eggs and the dairy and some of like the convenience products in chicken, like cubed chicken, is cheaper than other places I found it, and shrimp, which is probably because it was fucking nuclear. But yeah, we found, I'm like we live kind of far away from Walmart, but I understand hating Walmart, but I go there if I can to get groceries because I feel like we save money even against Kroger. And Kroger around here, and I'm sorry if anybody works at Kroger that's listening, but dude, y'all are miserable. And that store is fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And I would rather pay better prices. And I don't have a lot of money at all. I would rather pay higher prices just to avoid the mental misery that is inside of a Kroger grocery store. It's awful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see where you're coming from.
There's a Kroger on the south side of Elkhart that actually I went one time and I was like, this is kind of nice. This does not feel like Kroger. But the ones around here, dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're not in the hood, sometimes you feel like you're in the hood when you're in Kroger.
Yeah.
You know? And
I went to the Kroger, I don't remember which one. I think it was over here, but I went like at a time I normally don't, and it was a different crew, and they were nice. And I remember even saying, I wasn't complaining about anybody, like making a formal Karen complaint. But I remember checking out, and the lady was like, hey, have a great day. I hope you're doing well, and like all this stuff. And I would go, dude, you guys are so nice today. I've never felt like this in Kroger. And she goes, I hear that sometimes about like the night crew or something like that. And I go, maybe that's when I come as the night crew. Because dude, normally you go to Kroger, and bro, I always try to go to the lanes that have somebody working it instead of the self-checkouts because I'm trying to support this giant corporation keeping people employed.
right.
And I feel like if you like help keep the demand for cashiers up, then hopefully cashiers don't get fired so that we can all funnel through self-checkouts. But sometimes I'll go through those lines and the guy will just be like, beep, beep, beep. Put the card in. And we'll be like, dude, I'm trying to help you right now, bro. I don't want to stand here and,
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel that sometimes. I mean, I used to go to Kroger a lot, especially when I lived near it,
Yeah. When they won't even bag your shit anymore.
Really.
They'll just leave it there and like look around. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll start bagging my groceries.
I kind of get that feeling though, like, you're ringing stuff up at even if you're at the self-checkout at Kroger, just ringing stuff up and then something comes up, like maybe you need some assistance, or maybe sometimes those fucking machines, they just fucking pop up and they say, get an attendant,
for
no
reason.
reason. Yeah.
You like entered
Yeah. And then like, you just see this fucking miserable 50-year-old looking fucking, she got some hair sticking out of her chin and shit. And she just like, oh, here we go.
Not again.
Just like hating her life just because she has to come over and help you out. You know what I mean?
I saw somebody stealing from Kroger twice on the same trip. And one of the guys walked out and set the alarm off and nobody even looked.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
There's a Kroger in town that I see people stealing a lot. And one time I saw a kid trying to steal and I said something to the kid. I did not rat him out, but I saw him go into the bathroom with a bag of Takis and a backpack. But he was looking around and he went into the bathroom and he came out with no Takis and I stopped him. He was probably like 7 years old. And I said, hey, kid, where those Takis go? And he was like, huh? What? And I said, where did the Takis go? And he goes, I left them in the bathroom.
Huh.
And I said, I think you should go back to the bathroom and get them and put them back on the shelf. And he goes, okay. And I waited for him to come out, and he had the Takis, and I said, you're doing the right thing. And he walked off, and he probably put them back in his bag and took off. Like, I don't know, but I
I mean, if he's that age, you might have scared the bejesus out of him.
I hope, dude.
You know?
I hope so. Because he didn't get in trouble just with, I guess, just like an old head catching him, basically, is all that was.
I mean, I had my little times here and there where I'd do a little shoplifting when I was a kid and shit, but
You dirty dog.
yeah, man. But I really fucks with the Meijer down here, man. Like, I love that Meijer. And it's like, I feel like I've seen the same faces there that have worked there forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't really say that I don't know if they love their job or not. Maybe they do, but they always seem like they're in a pretty good mood and they do a good job,
Serena used to work there during COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was busy.
Yeah.
Grocery stores
Right.
during COVID.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I would say, like, if you're in a fortunate enough position that you don't have to shop at Walmart, I would probably not. But I completely understand it because they do have the lowest prices. And, if you're feeding a lot of mouths like that shit and you don't have a lot of money, it goes a long way.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to hit the food bank. Guys, if you need help, hit the food bank. That's why it's there. For real. I just feel like some people are like embarrassed to do that. And I think that it's okay. They're always going to have some weird stuff. You're going to go to the food bank and they're going to be like, what do you want, a pallet of olive bread? And you're like, no. And they go, it's free. You wonder not, and you're like, yeah, I'll take the fucking olive bread and 3 cans of tuna and like a can of chicken breast, like weird stuff that you wouldn't normally buy. But
A can of chicken breast.
yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Don't be afraid to hit the food bank, guys. I'm serious. Don't be down when you work a double, you dork. Just dubby down and dominate.
That's right. We are proud to be sponsored by Dubby Energy. This is great stuff. It's made from coffee extract, plenty of vitamins for you. You chug this right before your shift, and you'll be going like a bee.
Use code WeFeedThem at dubby.gg for 10% off and to support the podcast. We do get a kickback, so every time you energize, we get the prize, baby. Dubby.gg. Use code WeFeedThem.
All right. Well, let's get on to our next segment here.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders.
What are we calling it? Just influential food folks?
I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
Oh. But
Should we come up with one right now on the fly?
A lesson about
great food people of history.
Yeah. Sounds good. Great food people of history.
Yeah. Famous feeders. I don't know. That's not
That
it.
sounds like zombies or something. Let us know if you guys have some ideas for that.
Yeah.
For this segment.
Leave them in the comments. What should we call this segment? Yeah. Today we're talking about Colonel Sanders.
Wait, I gotta tell you something. I'm sorry. On the Super Bowl, when we had the wing special,
Yeah.
we had people putting in pre-orders, and we sold 40 wings more than we had.
Really?
Yeah, it was. You remember that? Have you watched The Bear? I think Junior was telling you to watch it.
Yeah.
You
I
did
mean,
not watch it.
I've seen it a couple times, but I've never actually like sat and watched it.
Okay, spoiler alert. In The Bear, they forget to turn online ordering off or something, and they open up one day for business, and like 300 Italian beef spit out. And they're like, what do we do? And they're going crazy, and I think somebody has like a meltdown. It was not like that, but we sold 40 wings. I think it was 39 wings more. We sold them, paid for it, and everything, coming to pick them up more than we had. And
What did you do?
I panicked for a second, and I think I said out loud, I don't know what to do right now, which is like pretty unlike me, I think. I just go, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I think I grabbed a piece of paper and like did the math again, and I was like, yeah, we're 30 wings short, 39 wings short. And I just looked around, and then I just walked to the restaurant next door, and I stood at their bar with a giant Lexan, and I said, finally the bartender was like, what's up, dude? And I go, she goes, what are you doing over here? And I go, I need wings. And she was like, what? I said, can I please have 40 wings? And then the other bartender, who I think is the manager, was like, what's going on here? And I was like, is there any chance you can give me 40 wings? I can't explain. And she was like, hang on. And she goes, yeah, we can do it. And I go, fuck, yes. And so they gave me, there I am standing in the bar with a fucking container full of wings. And I came back trying to hide it because I thought it looked kind of weird. I guess I don't really, I mean, you know, it's a restaurant who there are neighbors. I walked like 30 yards.
The one over here?
Yeah, right on the corner.
Yeah.
So I walked like 30 yards. You know, like we both have our restaurant permits. There's really nothing sketchy going on here, but it felt a little sketchy.
Right.
And so I just came back in and my cooks were like, where did you get these wings? You know, like I was just like, don't worry about it. This is for order 739. And I knew what was coming up because I had the pre-orders on my phone, but they didn't have them yet. It would like fire 15 minutes before pickup. And so I started counting them out and tagging them. But I forgot. I wanted to tell you about that. And I forgot we were talking about Super Bowl earlier, but that's what happened this Sunday. That was probably one of those like, oh God, I got to tell Steve, but don't tell him until we're recording. We feed them.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So thank you to the neighbor. You guys are awesome.
How'd you end up paying for that? Just cash?
Dude, I have not yet.
Oh, really?
They were like, just call, you're going to have to call the boss tomorrow. And I was like, all right. And I tried to call and couldn't get a hold of him. And I tried to call again and missed him the next day. And then I just forgot. I should have done it today. You probably think I'm just stealing wings and running.
That was quick thinking, man. You pulled it off.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do.
So anyway, great food people of history. If you have a better name for that, leave it in a comment.
Yeah.
Let me know. This is about Colonel Sanders. So Colonel Sanders, he's, I think, most famously known as, well, obviously the fucking KFC guy, but
Yeah.
what I was going to say is he's always somebody that's brought up as somebody that struck it later in life. I'm not sure if you do this, but...
Well, I haven't really thought of that specifically, but seeing that the logo is like a white bearded man, I would put that together.
Yeah, he didn't actually like make it big with KFC until he was 65 years old.
It's a good retirement plan.
Yeah, he lived a fucking crazy life. He was born on a farm in Henryville, Indiana in 1890, which is almost Kentucky. It's
I guess it must be really south.
Yeah, it's like down by Bloomington.
In Indiana, Indiana's really long. And in Indiana, there's like this weird divide where if you live in southern Indiana, they like emphasize, they're not from Indiana, they're from southern Indiana.
Right, yeah.
We're from southern Indiana. It's damn near Kentucky.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they feel like they're southern enough, but they're not south of the Mason-Dixie, but they feel like they may as well be. And so I learned that living in Indiana, I'm not from here, but I've lived here for a long time now, and I've learned that if you're from southern Indiana, it's basically a different state. Right. It's not Indiana.
Yeah. So Colonel Sanders' dad became a butcher after injuring himself, and then he died of hay fever when the colonel was 5. So then Colonel Sanders learned how to cook out of necessity because his mom had to work, and he had younger siblings that he took care of. He dropped out when he was 16. He said it was due to algebra. He couldn't figure out algebra, which, I'm right there with him on that. I failed algebra 3 times, I think.
No way.
No, it was at least twice. I think I failed it twice. I passed the 3rd time.
Dude.
And then when I got into college, I had to take it again, and it just like clicked. I was like, oh, well, probably because I had to fucking stare at problems for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
But
3 years of practice.
Yeah.
What if there's only like 15 secret herbs and spices?
Whoa.
But his math.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
He could never scale it up. I guess that would be arithmetic. He can add it together.
He couldn't count past.
But if he's got bad algebra and he tried to scale it up, he's like, the recipe has changed over and over and over by mistake.
That's how he stumbled upon his famous recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he began farming right out of his dropout of high school. And then he joined the army at 17, and he was stationed in Cuba right after the Cuban War for Independence, the Spanish-American War. This is like the early 1900s. He came home and he just worked like menial labor jobs. He worked a railway. He was a fireman. And then he married. He had 3 kids, and his wife left him because he couldn't hold a job down.
Damn, Colonel.
Yeah. But then things finally started to look up. He actually became a lawyer in Little Rock, Arkansas. And he did that for about 3 years. And then he got into a fist fight with his client in the courtroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and got fired. Yeah, I'm not sure what the fist fight was about, but I wish I could have been a fly on the wall now.
How do you get fired? Aren't you like, isn't a lawyer
Well, I'm guessing that he was a
it
part
wasn't
of
his
a firm.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably lose your license. The judge is just like, I've had enough of this shit. You're like, this motherfucker guilty, okay? Like, I'm tired of defending this guilty motherfucker.
Fighting his own client.
Yeah.
Shit's ridiculous. He moved back home with his mom, and then he ended up in Kentucky after a few years, and he opened up a ferry boat company in 1920. And this company was actually really successful, but he sold his shares for $22,000, which in today's money would be $406,000 to pursue other interests, I guess. He used the money to open a carbide lamp company, and it was right before Delco mass-produced electric lamps. So he basically lost that entire fortune that he had just amassed.
Oh.
Yeah, just made a bad bet. And then he bounced around jobs for a while again.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's trying. He's like
That's why he struggled to
trying
work for
figure something
people.
out. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. That's probably why he got into fights and
Yeah. I always tell people that the reason I opened a restaurant is because I was like really bad at working for people. So if I want to make a living, I had to work for me. There's like no choice. And I have a business partner, but he like gives me the room to just basically work for myself, you know? And so for real, dude, I've worked for people, and I've had some good and some bad, but I even if it was going well, I couldn't stand it. And it wasn't even like a power dynamic. I just, I don't know what it was really.
I feel like you have a bit of a problem with authority.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know, maybe
Here
that's,
comes the cops.
yeah.
I don't think you can hear the siren on the microphones, but it's going nuts.
Yeah.
No, I thought
Probably
it's
see the
cops.
lights
It's a
going by.
fire truck.
Oh.
Oh shit, the fryer. No, I'm playing.
I thought I smelled something. So anyways, the Colonel bounced around jobs for a while, and then he ended up running a gas station in the 1930s, and he opened up his own restaurant out of the gas station in 1937, and he called it Sanders Cafe. In 1931, he was involved with in a shootout with his main competitor, like a gas station from around the way. Yeah, and the guy's name was Matt Stewart. This guy shot and killed somebody that worked for Sanders during the shootout, and he ended up going to prison. Basically, obviously went out of business because of that.
Are you sure about all this?
Yes, yeah.
Holy
this
shit.
is true.
They're
Yeah,
on a shootout at the gas station
at the gas station that
with
Sanders owned.
petrol and everything, like about to like explode.
I'm not sure if it was in the gas station or outside of it. Like, I don't know the details on that. Were a little
Dude,
bit
have you
murky,
ever
but-
seen the movie The Jerk?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. When they try to shoot him, what is it? They try to shoot him and he goes, it's something like,
He thinks that they're trying to shoot the cans behind
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
he goes, oh, somebody's shooting and they hate the cans. And he runs away and like hides behind something else. Like, he's like, more cans.
Yeah.
They're trying to shoot him. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the hood dream right there, though, dude. The chicken shop in a gas station. When I sold for Cisco, I had some accounts on one was over by the casino in South Bend, and it was just some Middle Eastern dudes, and they were cool as fuck, dude. I'd go in there, and they were just trying to open this corner shop, and like their whole thing was like, we're gonna have the best fried chicken, and what do they call them, like mojos, those little potato things. It's like
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I kept going back, and a few weeks in, he was like, this part of town is crazy, dude. And we got to put up bulletproof glass. It's coming. And I was like, did something happen? I don't remember if something happened. But he's like, well, I went back anyways. He's put bulletproof glass up, but it was only like you could still get back there. And I don't remember his name, but I remember he was so cool, dude. And I was like, hey, they just got to do this, bro. They could shoot you. And he was like, man, come on, bro. Like, I'm trying to save up. And I was like, dude, this is the dream. Like, this
He's
is
getting
the
it one
dream.
panel at a time.
Yeah, basically. And he was like, at least if they like shoot through the windows, it's still gonna stop. But I bet you he was getting that bulletproof glass from someplace. It wasn't even bulletproof. You know what I mean?
Just
it was
looked bulletproof.
just thick plastic.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, but that's kind of like the dream, man. When you're in certain areas, Like they throw down with fried chicken in gas stations in some places.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, fried chicken holds really well. You know,
Yeah.
you can make it in bulk. And I mean, that's how it works at KFC.
Do you think that the
'cause I worked
Colonel
there.
was he doing something that was already taking place, or was he like a trailblazer in the fried chicken gas station
Well,
space?
At this point, he hadn't honed in on fried chicken. It was just
Oh.
more of like a,
Oh, you did say diner.
yeah, I think he called it Sanders Cafe. And it was,
Oh, okay, yeah, you said cafe.
yeah, I think he was just kind of like serving whatever. I don't think he'd like really found his niche at that point.
Uh-huh.
But I think he might have been one of the first to kind of have the idea of combining a restaurant and a gas station.
Yeah.
I mean, because this was pretty early. This was in the 30s. You know,
You worked at a gas station restaurant.
I did. Yeah, that's
Truck
right.
stop, right?
Benton Harbor, Michigan. Yeah.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
And then you worked at a KFC.
Yeah, and then well, I worked at KFC first. KFC was
okay.
actually my first job, and then Wendy's was
Okay.
my second.
Jamie used to work at KFC.
Did I ever send you the man? I wonder if I can find it. It's probably still on YouTube, but there was like a big fucking brawl in that pilot, and somebody got it on film. It was like just
Was it a Flying J?
flying
Before
J.
it was Pilot?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was the one over there on Napier?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, dude, I grew up on Napier. I
Yeah.
didn't realize. I know what you're talking about, right off the bypass.
Yeah.
Well, you don't call it a bypass in Michigan. You call it a highway. But I'm like Hoosiered now, so we call it bypasses down here.
But there was like a gigantic fight in that gas
I don't think
station.
I
and
remember
they-
that.
I'm gonna look it up later and
Okay.
see if I can send it to you. But
Maybe we'll put it in the comments if we find it, just so you guys can see it.
yeah,
Were you in it?
no, this was years after I'd worked there. This was,
Oh.
I mean, I lived in Indiana at the time, but
You just
I
back
can't
there
remember.
like throwing
Yeah.
fists and shit.
But somebody had sent it to me, or I think it was somebody that I worked with, that I was still in contact with, that I had worked with at that Wendy's. That was like, oh man, look what they're doing. So yeah, in 1935, the Kentucky governor commissioned Sanders as an official colonel due to his popularity. Because I mean, I guess this fucking
He went from a
cafe was-
shootout to
to becoming a colonel in 4 years.
well,
Yeah.
he knows how to use a gun.
Also, that's just fucking wild that, yeah, you could just get into a shootout back in the 30s and like, I don't know, it's almost like some Wild West shit, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, Dirty South. You said they were in Little Rock?
No, this was Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Little Rock was where he got into the courtroom fight.
Oh,
Yeah, he moved out to Arkansas for a
dude,
while.
don't
became
fuck
a
with
lawyer.
Colonel, man. This makes me wonder who is Popeye of Popeyes.
Popeye, the Sailor Man?
Why is it named Popeyes?
I don't know.
Anyways,
Is there a Popeye that isn't
God
just
dang
like
it,
Popeye
dude.
the Sailor Man? Are you gonna look it up now?
yeah, it'll be really quick. Why is Popeyes named?
Chicken's so good, makes your eyes pop out.
I'm Googling it, not using AI, guys. Don't worry. Well, it's named after Popeye.
The Sailor Man?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, no.
No, Popeye the Sailor Man's named after the restaurant.
The
What?
fictional detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle from the 1971 film The French Connection.
That doesn't sound right. Why would they name a fucking chicken restaurant after Jimmy Popeye Doyle?
Okay, well, directly from the Popeyes newsroom,
The history of Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
popeyes.com/blog post / the history of the Popeyes Louisiana chicken. Oh, God. This has turned into a multiple.
Yeah, we're getting a little sidetracked here, but whatever.
Sorry. Y'all, Popeyes has been feeding hungry guests for our famous Louisiana style
Does it
chicken
say
for-
y'all?
It says y'all. Y'all, Popeyes been feeding hungry guests our famous Louisiana style chicken for a while now.
It's
Long
literally like
journey since the first Popeyes. No,
it's the voice of like the stereotypical like black lady that does the commercials.
I was just trying to be me if I grew up in the South. Entrepreneur Elvin Copeland, senior, opened the first Popeyes in all the suburbs. Man,
Doesn't even say anything about
I
it.
don't think I'm gonna figure out the name of this.
I don't
Oh,
know.
named for the Gene Hackman's hard-boiled police detective Popeye Doyle from the 1971 film The French Connection.
I wonder why.
Started serving authentic, New Orleans style spicy chicken that is famous today.
Just whoever opened Popeyes just really liked that movie, I guess.
Over the ensuing decades, Popeyes began to bring. No, I'm done.
We're cutting all this out, by the way.
No, we're not. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. No, this is gold. So yeah. Anyways, in 1939, Colonel Sanders' restaurant burned down, and
Chicago.
then he reopened it in 1940 with a hotel attached. It was located on the main north-south route through Kentucky, and this is when he developed his recipe for his fried chicken with pressure fryers, which I think he was a pioneer of that.
The Henny Penny.
The Henny Penny, yes. Yeah. The beginning of World War II, his business dwindled, and he left his business with his mistress because he was like long estranged from his wife at this point.
Oh man.
Her name was Claudia. He went to work in Seattle, and then he sold the hotel in 47, and then he finally divorced his wife in 1949, like 2 decades after separating from her. And then he married Claudia, and he started dressing like the Colonel Sanders that we know of once he got back to Kentucky.
He's just like, you know what?
I'm gonna own this Colonel thing.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, now he's 60, and he's just walking around in fucking Colonel Sanders garb. The local hero. Everybody's like, oh, there goes the fucking Colonel, man. It's my hero, bro.
For what though? I still don't understand. Just for being an entrepreneur.
Just being a badass, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Well, they said it was because of the success of his gas station restaurant.
Huh.
But I guess it was that successful that.
You know what I like about the KFC logo? I can't unsee it. Is that his little tie thing? It looks like a stick body.
Yeah. It looks like
I don't know
a
if
gigantic
it's on
head on a
purpose.
little body.
It's like the Wendy's thing.
Yeah.
The thing says mom underneath her face.
Oh, yeah.
I can't unsee it.
In 1952, Colonel Sanders decided to franchise his fried chicken recipe with Pete Harmon. This is initially successful. And then they built a new highway, and they redirected traffic away from his service station.
I thought you were saying that he built a highway.
No.
So I was like, what?
No, they built a new highway in Kentucky, and all the traffic that was initially going straight next to his service station ended up going away, and he retired broke. At 65 years old, he decided to do himself in,
What?
Yeah. And as he sat down
You said he wasn't making any money till he was 65.
Yeah, well, hold on. He sat down to write his will, and instead he wrote out things that he could have achieved, and he realized his ultimate passion, which was food. And instead of, 86 in himself,
Right.
he moved to Shelbyville, and he took out a loan,
Where's that?
Kentucky, I believe.
Oh.
Took out a loan, $87 a month, and he was trying to franchise his recipe, and he tried 1,009 times apparently, cold calling people, going to door, and eventually caught on. He got a patent. His 11 secret herbs and spices got patented, and he rode off into the sunset, and he eventually opened his own restaurant. And then, interestingly enough, he got sued by the company that owned a majority stake in KFC for ripping off his own recipe.
I think I got lost somewhere.
Yeah. So no, so essentially, he sold the rights to his recipe,
Okay.
and then later on, he opened up his own restaurant, and then they were like, "Hey, you're using our recipe," which was his recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they sued him, and then I believe that they won that, but then he got his revenge on them because he sued them for using his likeness in the 1980s. Yeah. But I don't know. Apparently, it all kind of worked out in the end because he's obviously all over fucking KFC at this point, But
What's your favorite fried chicken place?
I mean, of the major chains, probably Popeyes.
Me too, dude. Popeyes is really good.
Yeah. So, like we alluded to, I did work at KFC. It was my first job when I was 17, Benton Harbor, Michigan. The main thing that I remember about it is, like, right when I started there, Oprah Winfrey started giving away chicken. Do you remember that?
No.
So we had like this Kentucky grilled chicken.
I heard the grilled
that they
chicken.
rolled out, and she had this she was like, I love this chicken so much that you go to my website and you can get a free coupon for chicken.
Okay.
And dude, we were fucking slam packed busy for like 2 months of just people with these fucking stupid Oprah bucks, you know?
I remember asking you about the grilled chicken one time because I remember thinking, how stupid is this? And you're like, actually, a lot of people are getting it. So I
Yeah.
don't remember anything more than
It
that.
wasn't actually grilled, I can tell you that. It was made in an
Came
oven.
in, yeah. With grill marks on it. Was it?
No, it actually didn't come in grilled marks. It was the same chicken that we used before, but we had these like things that it was like these iron. Oh, I don't even think that they were iron, but it was these grill grate basically things that you like put the chicken on, you know, and then when it came out of the oven, it would appear as if it was grilled.
Oh.
But
It
yeah,
was still heating up. It wasn't like ink or nothing.
no, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it killed anybody. No, but yeah, it was just, I mean, it was given the illusion of grilledness.
Did you ever try it?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. It's baked chicken. Like,
I don't really like KFC's fried chicken. I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with it, but I think if I'm gonna get fried chicken for the family, it's usually at the grocery store.
yeah,
It's usually a little cheaper.
I liked their crispy chicken better than their original recipe.
Popeye's got that Cajun chicken. Oh my
Lock,
gosh, dude.
Yeah, and the fries.
It's so good. The fries? I don't ever get the fries.
You really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think you're missing out.
I get the
like
rice
the
and
fries a lot.
beans, mashed potatoes and gravy, biscuits and honey, and the Cajun fried chicken.
Damn.
I love Popeyes.
Yeah, you're making me want some Popeyes.
Let's get some Popeyes.
Yeah, I don't really remember too much else from that job other than I had this manager named Larry that was, I don't know, I don't think he was a pimp, but he seemed like he was a pimp. Just like the way he carried himself, you know? He was one of those guys that like somehow called every female baby and like got away with it.
Yeah.
It just like seemed so smooth. And then you'd try it and you'd come off as a creep.
He was training you and he still had his like cane and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, all right now, baby. Listen, you're gonna want to put the batter on there and shake it. Now, don't shake it too much, all right now.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good impression. It's almost as if you met him.
I'd have not.
Yeah, and I remember that my buddy stayed in this. Oh, it was like a hotel that was right off the highway called the Roadway Inn. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like a roach motel. I guess you want to call it roach motel. A very fucking rundown place, but I mean they were just broke as shit, and that was he was staying there with his mom.
Right off of 94.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Huh.
Well, there was a lot of exits. I'm thinking of the Napier exit though. This is not.
No.
No.
It
'Cause I was
wasn't
thinking
the
of Flying J.
I think it might have been the next exit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still okay.
Anyway, yeah, there was also this couple that lived there, and KFC was really cool about us taking home the food because we would just make chicken in bulk, you know,
Yeah.
and then it would just sit in warmers. At the end of the night, we had a bunch of fucking chicken. So I'm taking home chicken every night. And often I would bring it to this couple, and it was this older blind gentleman and his heavy-set wife. And all I remember is one time we went over there, and I'm pretty sure that we smoked a joint with him. I brought him some chicken, and I just remember them sitting there watching wrestling, and it was like the funniest thing ever to me because he was getting really into it. Obviously, he's blind. He can't see anything that's going on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
So she's just like describing everything that's going on to him.
Aw,
Yeah, it was actually really
sweet,
sweet.
beautiful.
Yeah. She's like, oh, Triple H got the chair. Triple H got the chair. Oh, no, don't swing the chair, Triple H.
shit.
Yeah, it's like that.
I love that. Dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
How did they work there? Like, how did you?
No, they just lived in the same hotel
And
or
he was just
motel.
like,
as-
hey, my friends need food, and we take it over there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, it was just somebody that my buddy knew
Yeah.
just from living in proximity.
Hey,
of
that's a
him.
good benefit if you're working there. I mean, I can understand being like, this job sucks, but every night we get dinner, you know, and I don't know. I feel like because when times are hard, even if it's just chicken every night, I would actually be happy about the grilled chicken. If there's grilled chicken left over, I'd be like, dude, I've got to stop eating this fried chicken.
Yeah.
So give me the
Yeah.
grilled chicken, a little something that's better for you.
Yeah, I also discovered that they scrape the bottom of the fryers and they put that into the brown gravy. I don't know if that's still the practice, but that was the practice when I was there.
That can't be.
Yeah, no, it's for real. I thought that they were fucking with me when they told me, they taught me how to do that. I was like, there's no fucking way.
What do you mean? Tell me more.
They scrape out the fucking bottom of the fryers.
You empty the fryer.
Yeah,
There's no grease
when
in
they
it, and
filter
you just
the
have that
fryers.
sludge in the bottom.
Yeah, all the nasty shit. And they were putting it in the brown gravy.
Why?
Flavor? I don't fucking know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you know
yeah.
that was the corporate standard?
As far as I know, yeah. was somebody there and just decided that was the way that they were going to do it.
That's so gross,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah. I stopped eating the brown gravy after that. I was like,
I can't even think of, I guess on one hand, I can't think of why it grosses me out.
I would doubt that that's still the way it was done, or that it's done, because this was 20-some years ago, 20 years ago. So, I mean.
What people say, like, the Wendy's chili is just like burgers they didn't sell.
It is.
And I would go, I think I'd go, I don't know if that's true, but I don't see what the problem is on that.
Right.
Because, like, when you worked at Wendy's, I remember we were talking, because we were both cooking at the time, but I was in a place you like cook to order, and you were working at Wendy's, and you were like, if I remember correctly, you just put all the burgers down, and you just hold them somewhere until you get an order, and you just kind of have to judge, like, oh, I'm going to put 40 patties down. And
Well, yeah, I mean, every burger, when it's slow, you're making them to order, basically, you know, or you just have a couple slacked. But the way
slacked, like just thawed out?
well, I guess slacked is the wrong word. Shagged.
The fuck is that?
You never heard of having something shagged?
No.
It means you're fucking the burgers, Sean.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, shagging, other than fucking, I've always heard it as a term for like just cooking extra and having it on hand.
Huh. All right.
Anyway, you would have some extra cooked and have them on hand, and you would have, so the right side of the grill would be like a lower, like warming center, you know, you would just have it on low, and you would just keep the burgers there until somebody ordered one, and you'd like throw cheese on it and make a burger out of it. But when lunchtime or dinner time would come around, and we would start getting cars in the parking lot, and my boss would be like, all right, it's time. And you just throw down, like, you wouldn't count. You would just you would fill the whole grill with burger patties.
Yeah.
And you would sell as many as you needed to. And then whatever you didn't sell, you'd
throw it in the chili.
Yep, chop up.
But why not? Oh, yeah, I don't see a problem with that at all.
I don't either.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, like, we have chili here, chili cheese fries and chili, and I don't do that. I mean, I use the burgers. I think it might add a little depth, so I'd literally just cook burgers off to like medium, and then I cool them down, and then I crumble them, and then I put them in the chili. And the benefit of that also is that I don't have to strain it, because as you're cooking it, it kind of like strains itself.
Right.
And I always worry that somebody's gonna find, like, I didn't crumble it good enough. They're gonna find like what has some burger patty shape to it, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's leftover burgers. And it's like, well, though I don't see anything wrong with that, that's also not what we're doing here, you know?
Right.
But man, you know what I always found funny about Wendy's is that square patty. They explain it as it's like supposed to maximize flat top space, but it's so stupid to me because it doesn't matter if it's square or round. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you get the it's a little easier, I think, to execute like the 4-corner press, which is like that's what they teach you at Wendy's, is when you put the burger down, you press four corners to like get the proper sear.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I like Wendy's.
yeah, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I like the chili sometimes. The last time I had chili there was kind of weird.
It is genuinely fresh and never frozen beef, I can say that.
And who cares? You're going to a fast food joint,
Yeah.
dude. I'll eat frozen beef and be happy with it. Well, that's crazy, man. I didn't realize the Colonel had so much of a story to tell, I guess. And that's super historic food people.
There you go.
What did you call it? What did you call it first?
Famous food faces? No. It was something about food.
Whatever it is. Folks of food. Food folks.
Yeah, food. Yeah, feedy folks. Feedy Pablo.
Feedy Pablo. This is like a fucking fetish now.
Fiti, Fiti Pablo. I want to take just a few seconds to tell you about our promotional partner, SNIBBS Footwear. Non-slip footwear reimagined. I can't overstate how much of a difference a great work shoe makes. You can go to snibbs.co/wefeedthem. That's SNIBBS.co/wefeedthem. Or you can follow the link in our description and you can get $20 off with our promo code. Save yourself from the aches and pains. Buy a pair of SNIBBS today.
And support the podcast. What else we got, man?
I mean, that's probably about an episode, bro.
Yeah, probably so.
Podcast update.
Podcast update. We're still gaining followers on TikTok, and we love it. Facebook is still sludgy, slow, and whatever.
Are we on TikTok? I thought
we've been banned from TikTok. I'm sorry. We're growing on Instagram, and we love it. Instagram seems to be kind of like our home to reach you guys the best, and then YouTube's doing pretty good too. But Instagram seems like the best right now. But we're gonna keep uploading on Facebook, and obviously keep uploading on YouTube. I don't know if we'll ever do TikTok. I thought about like uploading to Rumble.
Why would we?
Yeah, I mean, it was so disheartening to start this project, and then TikTok just started flagging us and banned us within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, forget it, dude. I don't know. I know we have like another screen name backed up, which is better than the first one, anyways. But
I don't really think it's necessary. You know what? We're gonna get so big that TikTok is gonna come to us. They're gonna be like,
yeah,
we need you on the platform.
Guys, where have you been? Let's see. Yeah, we're still trying to set dates for the National Restaurant Association Food Show 2026 at the McCormick Place in Chicago. But we are going as press or influencers. I can't remember how they worded it. So we're going to come to Chicago. And if you're listening from Chicago, slide in our DMs and talk to us. We're kind of trying to look at putting a little bit of a trip together. We might be there 3 days and 2 nights. We might be. It's possible, but at least 2 days and 1 night. What else? Well, yeah, we're seeing growth. Occasionally I'm seeing like, I think we had somebody listen from Israel.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So there was 1 download in Israel, which I was like, what the heck? So hello. And we're getting some in Ireland, throughout the UK. We're growing in Canada. We're definitely growing throughout the US. And yeah, if you're new here, thank you. Stick around. We're still like trying to find our voice and trying to figure out what you might want to hear best. But we're getting there. I don't know. I guess it's probably just going to be this. I mean, I don't know if our first episode sounds a whole lot different from this, which is probably, this is like episode 12 or 13.
Yeah. Well, I know you've heard it a million times to like, comment, and subscribe, but
Yeah.
I would really love to see in the comments like what you guys gravitate towards, because I mean we're just kind of doing what feels right to us, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're doing what we want to do, which I mean I think to a degree we're always going to kind of do that, but I would like input as to like, hey man, I really liked it when you guys had that episode about, you know, da da da, or can you guys talk about this, and just to give us some kind of ideas as to what you guys like, you know.
Yeah. And at this point, we've got 2 affiliate partnerships, which is exciting, which is Dubby Energy and SNIBBS Shoes. So I don't know, we're just kind of excited because we feel like these are we're hitting some of our milestones. And if you've purchased these items, thank you. Make sure you use our promo code. It's in the comments. And yeah, just keep leaving comments, keep communicating. And I guess the best thing you could do, if you're like actually want to know how to help us, just share it with somebody. That's like not a monetary assistance. Just share anything with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing right now is, I mean, yeah, obviously liking and commenting and all that, those things help the algorithm. But, you know, I really just want as many people who could be interested in this podcast as possible to know about it.
We're hitting the numbers. A little bit, like we set a little bit of a roadmap for where we think we would be, and we're pretty much on time, which is surprising because I was like, oh, this might be kind of aggressive. But some of the metrics, like our Instagram grew faster, much faster than we thought. But our downloads have grown like on pace, which is still impressive. But our Instagram, we guess we had like a couple of videos that kind of like popped off that we got lucky on, that you guys found us with. But anyways, Yo, mama,
Thank you guys. Keep on feeding them.
keep feeding them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.